How to calculate takt time and cycle time. In this video, I'm going to move away from the visual approach and do this verbally to see if I can hit this from all angles. And I think you're going to enjoy it. And when researching this topic, I'm going to hit a couple things that I haven't talked about for a long time and some questions that people are asking. So if you're into that, stay with me on this video. And if you like it, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go kind of quick because I want to hit this hard, okay? I'll give you some references in the description below. Calculating the takt time in manufacturing is available time divided by demand equals your takt time. How much time you have to produce each individual item. In construction, it's takt wagons, which is how much work can be done in our base component of a takt, plus takt zones, which is how we break up the project into zones, minus 1 multiplied by the takt time, which is the time drumbeat in your timeline, and that will equal your duration. That's how you calculate it. And if it extends past the duration that you are given or your stipulated end date, then you get your zone sizes smaller and that whole phase will narrow without hurting trades or reducing the time. That's how you calculate it. And the cycle time, basically you have to know how much your individuals and crew can produce per meaning in relation to the quantity of work, the unit measurements that you use for the work. And basically what you need to do is take your takt time, let's say it's 3 days, have a little bit of a buffer at the end, let's say it's a couple of hours, and then say, hey, I need a crew with the right composition at the right production rates for this amount of work in the zone that can get this done in 2 days and 6 hours, hypothetically. Okay, that's how you calculate your cycle time. Your cycle time is literally how long it takes to do one thing, or in construction, one process, one work package in one zone. Now, the overall cycle time does also include the preparation time, so you have to have resources for that. So there are ways to calculate that. In the description below, I will give you a video about how to calculate the takt time and cycle time visually, but I want you to know that it's really, hey, here's my takt time, and then your cycle time will need to fit in there with a little bit of a buffer, and you need to make sure you can prepare for it off-site before you hit the actual zone. This is really important because this is what I want to challenge you to do. You as a crew leader or inside your crew or anybody in construction, here's how you calculate it and measure it. You calculate it starting with the takt time formula and then fitting within the takt time for your cycle time based on your production rates. But what I want you to do is pay attention to hear, see, feel the takt time drumbeat. Let's say it happens on a Wednesday. You're gonna wanna make sure, hey, am I preparing work out ahead? Am I hitting that time? But also you're gonna wanna say, hey, am I finishing work out behind me? It's an indicator, like a mile marker. Like let's say you and your buddies are out and you're riding motorcycles, but you're on separate trails. You're gonna say, I'm gonna hit mile marker 151 around noon, right? Same kind of a thing. You're gonna track to where you're hitting it. So the first thing I want you to do, once you have calculated takt time, is start to hit that on the job site by preparing and finishing as you go. The other thing that I want you to do is measure, once you've calculated your cycle time, I want you to measure how well it's working. Okay, I had 3 days for this zone. Did I finish really tight? Was it really tight and I had to work a couple extra hours? Or was it enough to where I had a buffer? And are we now, if we have a 3-day takt time, are we actually finishing in a day and a half or 2 days and we've got a wasted day? That's not so good. Maybe I want to crew down. So lots of observation, lots of PDCA, plan, do, check, adjust. Plan, do, check, act, to adjust these timelines so that your cycle time is perfect to fit within the takt time. So you're going to use your cycle time as an observation tool to make sure that you're fitting within, right? That you've really got it, that you're doing your part and that you're hitting it exactly the way you want to hit it, meaning the work within the takt time. So really, when you have your takt time in your zones, you've got your zone boundary and your takt time. It's like somebody's there with a stopwatch and somebody's watching you and your crew doing your work, and you've got to get better at it, better at it, better at it, better at it. And so the calculation, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's not just about doing the takt time formula. It's about doing the takt time formula and calculating your takt time and then seeing how the train of trades, your trades do with it and adjusting it accordingly. So it's partly observation. And it's not just about calculating your cycle time based on how much time you have and how much work you have to do, and basing it on production rates. It's also observation. How does this crew do at the start, and then once they even out with the work that they have to do within the time, and then making adjustments from there. So you're probably like, Jason, you're talking a lot about observation, but observation is very heavy in the calculation of your takt time and your cycle time. So takt time is your commitment tool. It is the demand side of the equation. Your cycle time is the actual work, and it is the supply side of the equation, and we must align the two. So let me just really quickly talk about some misconceptions. People say takt time and cycle time are essentially the same thing. No, they're not. They're different. They need to be different. If they're the same, then you are overburdened. And the other thing is, in construction, consider with the cycle time is the preparation, and we need to. The other thing is, when we talk about, well, this is a misconception. When people say, well, I can't calculate my takt time until I know what my cycle times are, that's not entirely true. A lot of times we have a stipulated end date, we calculate our takt time, and then we need to adjust resources and labor counts to actually create the cycle time that we want. The other misconception is more speed equals better performance. That's not always true. If you're like, oh my gosh, let's get down to an hour by hour takt time, might not be the best idea. Having a nice even flow with buffers is key, and if you ever get to going so fast that you get rid of your buffers, we're in trouble and you're overburdened and it will not work. So the bottom line is, here's what I want you to do. Start date, end date. General contractor figures out each phase. What is my takt time? That will give you your targets for when you have to transition from zone to zone to zone. Now you design a crew that fits within it, and both at the general contractor level and at the crew level, start monitoring and adjusting those. If you're finishing too sooner, adjust down your crew count. If you're not finishing soon enough, you need to find ways to speed that up with intelligence, not working more hours, and possibly get the right resources and the right composition. And then as the general contractor, make sure your takt time is allowing everybody to win on a consistent basis. This is how you do it. I'm going to turn this into a blog post to help, but more so, I want you to come interact with us in the comments and with our Lean Tech team, and join our Discord server and reach out to us if you need help, because this is an important point. So takt time sets the rhythm, cycle time sets what we're able to do. We need to align both and constantly be watching it. And if you're like, Jay Money is speaking a different language, we've got to start using these terms in construction if we're ever going to get better. So check out that blog post, check out those videos. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.